dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about Raw, August 11th, 2025. Corey Graves and Michael Cole on commentary. We're in Quebec City. Whew. This is a lot of show to take in. And I don't know. It was a show. It was fun. You know, we'll talk about it. Should we? Clash in Paris is August 31st. We got AAA coming up on the YouTubes this Saturday. So, a lot of things going on. And we started off with CM Punk because he is pissed that he has a Seth Rollins problem. Now he has an LA Knight problem, and he wants to beat up Seth. He says, and Seth, next time you're not even going to have to fake your injury because I'm going to break your legs. I was like, damn, getting personal here. But LA Knight comes out, and he's like, hey, man, I don't want no beef with you. I don't want no beef at all. Like, you got in my way, though. I had a shot. I had an opportunity. I understand that you got your championship taken away from you. He goes, but why you get your nose in my business? Wrong place, wrong time. And Punk's like, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm not trying to step on your toes or anything like that. But you got to understand, like, you better not get in my way. And here comes Paul Heyman. My favorite part is when Punk's about to say something. Paul comes out and he's like, I wasn't even finished. Brings out the Brawns, and they basically set up the main event. Well, they do set up the main event for tonight. The Brawns versus CM Punk and LA Knight. The Vision. We go to the Judgment Day Clubhouse. Oh, yeah. Everyone's rocking, and Finn's up to something. I feel it. He is. But Dom comes in and has El Grande Americano because they have a match next with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. They're like, what is he doing here? And Finn's like, hey, I'm the king of luchadors, man. I'm just trying to use him so he can help me. And Finn's like, that's a good idea. And he goes, I know it's a good idea. So I'm doing it. So our first match of the night is AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Dom and El Grande Americano. Fun match. There was a moment where I thought El Grande was going to rip Dragon Lee's mask off. I was like, oh, okay. And I'm glad. I was hoping. I was like, please don't let those other luchadors come in. And I was reading some things like Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne is under those masks. And I was like, oh, my God. What are they doing to my boys? What are you doing to my boys, you know? So, but no luchadors came out. This was a fun finish because Dom got to do the metal plate in his mask because he came out with an awesome luchador mask. He didn't wear it. He took it off, put it on, took it off, put it on. But when he ended the spot with taking out AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, Dom and El Grande Americano got the win. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Then we got Adam backstage with Sammy from earlier in the night. Sheamus gets there, and Sammy's going to take on Rusev tonight, and he tells him, like, hey, man, don't get in my way, please. Like, please. Let me fight Rusev and Shane as a friend. And Sheamus is like, okay, whatever you say. Then we go right into Adams with Io. Because in Roxanne and Raquel interrupt. And basically setting up a match between Io and Roxanne later on in the night. Sami Zayn versus Rusev. It was okay. I was kind of annoyed because they ended in a DQ. Because the MFTs came out. Then after they came out, Sheamus came out, got in a big fight with Rusev, and they just started beating the crap out of each other. So no one won this match. I'm noticing DQ finishes are becoming too much of a thing lately in WWE. It's kind of annoying. But then we get Adam with Solo. The MFTs, they're getting kicked out of the building. Then Waller and the New Day interrupt, and Adam's just not having it. He's like, I don't care about your stupid hat, you know, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, it's not a stupid hat. It's not a stupid hat. Then we go right into a Bronson Reed package, and then we get Io with the Kabuki Warriors backstage. They ask her, do you want us to help? Do you want us to be out there so we can even the numbers out, with Raquel? And Io's like, no, I want to do this on my own. And then we go right into Io versus Roxan Perez, which is my match of the night. Holy hell, these two really brought it to the table, man. And it was just an awesome match. And then I really didn't care for the finish because the Kabuki Warriors tried to come out. Too much of a distraction for Roxanne to take advantage of, for Roxanne getting a win. It's one of those things I really wish this was just straight up. But we're trying to do something here with Io and Asuka. We're trying to do something here. But I just didn't care for the finish. Loved the match. The match was great. The finish was just a little bit wonky. We get Jackie with Jey Uso. It's like, where you been, man? Where you been? And LA Knight gets in his face. He's like, hey, I'm LA Knight. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah. And then we go right into Byron with Penta. He has problems, man. And then we go right into Kabuki Warriors backstage with Io. Io's like, what the hell is that? And then they're like yelling at each other. Then Asuka pushes Io and walks away. And she's just like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Then we go into an Intercontinental Championship match. Becky versus Maxine. It was okay. Yeah. I knew Becky was going to get the win. Maxine looked pretty good in that ring. She's still a little stiff, which I'm still like, man, you've been in WWE for how long? How long? Why you look like you're still like on day one of training school? I don't know. But Becky Lynch got the win. We have the Vision backstage. Finally seeing Seth Rollins. And he's like, all right, boys, I got nothing left. We're on top of the world. I'm going to go get on my private jet. But is he, though? Is he? Are we that silly as WWE fans to believe that? No. We'll see him later on. Grayson Waller comes out, brings out the New Day, and Xavier's wearing an even smaller hat. Freaking awesome, dude. Yeah, they cut a promo. Then we get a weird Bayley promo package thing, and she's like, my fault. And we're going to get a dramatic turn here. I think she's going to become a heel. Heel Bayley's always fun. I love a good heel Bayley. So then Jackie's with Lyra. I'm like, get her off the screen. Io's backstage again. More Io. Then Stephanie's like, I was promised a championship match too. Because it was supposed to be Naomi and Io tonight for the championship, but Naomi was not medically cleared. And then Rhea comes and she's like, hey man, I know you said you didn't want them to help, and they came out there, they kind of ruined everything and blah, blah, blah. And Io's like, I know what you're trying to do. Just stay out of it. And Rhea's just like, all right. Then we go right into the main event, CM Punk and LA Knight versus the Brawns, and talk about a fun match. Really great. And then here comes Seth. DQ. And here comes Jay. And after a little bit of chaos, Adam Pearce comes out. He has made it official. It'll be a fatal four-way at Clash in Paris for the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth versus CM Punk versus LA Knight versus Jey Uso. And I'm wondering if Seth may lose the title that night because Roman might make him lose it. I don't know. A lot of variables here, but I was like, a fatal four-way? Let's go, Dan! And then attack, a fight, and then it's the Vision on top of everything, and it's just like, I've seen this ending so many times as of late. Like way too many times. Yeah. They could have just ended it with the match being announced and being like, and then, I don't know. I just don't care for these endings anymore because they all just feel the same. And we were talking about, I was like, yeah, they did this last week. They didn't do this the week before. I was like, yeah, I don't know. But fun Raw. Some complaints. Next week we're in Philly. We got to build a Clash in Paris. But yeah, that's Monday Night Raw, August 11th, 2025. Corey and Cole on commentary in Quebec. My match of the night is Io Sky versus Roxan Perez. Freaking awesome, man. Moment of the night? I'll just give it to Xavier's little hat. Alright, y'all. Drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Share with your grandma, share the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life,
My title
brother.
back. I'm going to take it from you, and when I get my hands on you, you're not going to have to pretend to be injured anymore because I'm going to break your legs.